What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens Theory video. Man, guys, it has been a minute since I have done a Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens Theory video, well, I've only been doing Sevens Theories since I've started, and it's been a minute. I have not done one of these videos in 3 months. I have the last one I did was the Supreme King Returns Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens Theory, where I kind of explained my thoughts of the Supreme King returning to Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens, or at least a form of that. Which, if you have not seen any of the theory videos that I made, go check out the playlist. They were insane when I made them. And for people that liked those theory videos and wondered why I didn't do one since, got burnt out of them, honestly. I think I overhyped myself when I did those theory videos, and I just felt like, you know what, I'm gonna calm down. In fact, there was a theory video that I had an idea for. I even had a thumbnail ready for it, but I ended up not doing it. It was a theory that I was that mysterious AI restaurant thing that we saw in episode 6 and 13 until we learned it was Neil. It's just too late, not really. I wanted to make that as a little bit of a fun video, but I was like, I was already burnt out from the videos we did, so I decided not to do those. But we are coming back to doing these, as a couple of weeks ago, I asked you guys to give me some video ideas and video topics to do because, to be honest, I really just didn't know at that time what I really wanted to do. I wanted to do something new. I didn't want to just do like top 10 characters from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX or something like that, because I already know that many YouTubers have already done that, and I wanted to try something new. And I felt like this gave me an opportunity to see what other people wanted to see as well, because even if you're asking for like a top 10 characters from that, or whatever the case might be, you guys gave me some interesting ones, and I thank you guys for the people that did it. Even though not many people did it, honestly, there was 3 more people than I thought that was actually going to do it, which there was 3 lovely people in this community on my channel that did them, so I give a huge shout outs. I always put you guys at the end credits, and if you guys still want to give it, it's fine. I will say though that any videos suggested now will not be done until all the videos are done. And I will say though, it will be a while. I actually got more video ideas than I thought. One of the users actually gave me over 20 video ideas. And no, you did not hear me wrong, over 20 video ideas. Like, this dude has stalked me up for months, and I really do appreciate it. So, he's giving me the homie hookup. Let's just say that much. But I'm very excited to get into these. I was going to start them last week, but I was actually out of town, so that didn't end up happening. In fact, today was actually supposed to be the Yu-Gi-Oh! OCG Structures Chapter 2 review, but I didn't get the chance to read the chapter, so since I already had everything planned out for this video, I was like, you know what? Let me do this one first, and then do that one on Saturday, and then do Chapter 3 on Tuesday, like I would normally do, just two chapter reviews in two chapter reviews in 1 week, and go from there. I thought that was the best way to do it. Plus, I got other stuff that I want to do as well, so that probably would be Monday and Tuesday, so I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. There's just a lot of stuff that I need to catch up on, so yeah, I'm very excited to do this. This is something that really did pique my interest, and I've been in the community, and I know that this was a theory that has been out there, actually. This has been a theory that's been asked for a while, and now I'm finally giving my opinion on it. And this is the theory that Otes and Mr. Goha, 2 characters from Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens, 2 very interesting, probably one of the most interesting 2 characters of the series, besides like maybe Neil and maybe Roa or something like that. I don't know what you would consider that. I consider more Neil as an interesting character out of the whole bunch that we learned so far. And the theory is that these 2 characters are related. Now, the theory that has been going around in terms of being related is that they are actually the same person. But I'm taking this theory a step further. As with this, I'm not going to just restrict it for them to being the same character. This will be split into 2 parts. The first part will be me giving that theory. Do I think that Otes and Mr. Goha are the same person? Do I believe that? And the second theory is Mr. Goha and Otes related in terms of being like brothers, cousins, son and father. I don't know. Any possibility of that. Heck, maybe Mr. Goha is actually a Mrs. Goha. Who knows? Maybe they're brother and sister. That would actually be really, really funny if that was the case. But I'll get all of that into the second part of the theory video. So I hope you guys stick around and let me know your guys' thoughts, because I've heard this been one of the most wanted things to happen in Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens. I feel like from when talking about this with people in the community, and honestly that really surprised me. I never would have thought of this, so it's very interesting. So let's not waste any time. I had a very long introduction. Let's get right into the theory, guys. This is what you came to see, so let's not waste any time and let's get right into it. Alright, let's get started with this. So we're going to go with the first part of this theory, which is Otes and Mr. Goha being the same person. Now, I will say though, episode 25, I feel like, or 24, excuse me, the last episode that we got for Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens, I feel like is going to help this theory a little bit going forward, because I'm going to be completely honest. When I was originally making the plans for this video, because this has been suggested since episode 21, I believe, actually. So this theory has been suggested for a while ago, and when I was thinking of the plan for this video, I was really trying to find a way to kind of give the argument for this case, because I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't think there was no chance that Otes and Mr. Goha could be the same, and I'll kind of explain that a little bit, but after this last episode, I am starting to understand why a lot of people are feeling this, and I'll kind of talk about that right now. So, in episode 24, we all know what ended up happening. Rook, Roman, and Gakuto faced off against Otes in a 3v3 style. And the circumstance was, it didn't matter if they decided to duel Otes, didn't matter who won or lost, they would get 3 penalties. A little bit weird, right? Why would Otes risk the penalties like that when he knows that if they lose, they get the penalties, and even if he loses, he is counted as Yuga's team? Why would he risk that? Why would he risk giving them 3 penalties to go into a 5-6 situation? And why? I don't really understand that. But another thing that people have brought up too is, how does he know everything? Why does he know where Yuga and Co are at? How do they know the whole events that's been going on? How does he basically know everything that is going on? It doesn't make any sense. Well, I can kind of answer that. That is, I feel like, has been the biggest drive with that, and also because of the fact that we do not know these guys' identities. We do know that they both work at Goha, and now I'll kind of explain this on the second part as well, so keep this in mind. We both know in episode 13, Otes did say that he actually worked for Goha. He actually worked in there, and then something ended up happening, and now he no longer works there. Or that's what I believe it was. I didn't go back and watch the episode, but that's what I remember. So if I'm wrong, please forgive me. It's been a minute. I briefly went over the episode 3 weeks ago when I was originally trying to find the information, but I barely remember that much, so my apologies. But the thing is that even though that honestly answers the question himself, he works at Goa. He explained it that. So it makes sense that he knows everything that is going on right now. I don't know what else to say about that. But with that brings to the point of, if he works for Goha Corp and we don't know anything about him, maybe he is like kind of like an ulterior version of Mr. Goha. And that's a fair point. With the whole penalty, you can believe that more. But here's the thing though. So explain this. Otes wants to basically help Yuga grow Rush Duels. He wants to open the door to a new world, and he believes Rush Duels can do that. Mr. Goha, on the other hand, is trying to delete Rush Duels. Now, if maybe there's some alternate plan with Otes, they've kind of have this in anime before where a character might look like he's trying to help, but in reality, he might want to abuse Rush Duels to bring this new power. And maybe Otes is kind of encouraging Yuga to like keep Rush Duels protected, to get out there. I don't know what the case was, but I just don't feel like with their motives being complete opposites, it doesn't make any sense. They can do some route like that where he's trying to manipulate them to kind of make them think that, oh, Mr. Goha is against them and they need to really protect rush duels because maybe like someone ends up finding out about this and they want to kind of fix whatever the problem is. I don't know what the case might be. And this is like going down a weird route, honestly, but I don't know. You can make some fan fiction with this. Would be really cool. But I just don't think that with them being polar opposites, and I don't see them going this weird route. I don't think, and the way it sounded, it didn't make any sense, right? That's a point that I was trying to kind of prove, and I did it very poorly, and I do apologize for that. But there's no story that I can think of. Maybe you guys can think of it, but there is no sense unless you cop out of Otis being this Mr. Goha and that he was just doing this to encourage him or something like that. I don't know. But there's just no way that you can actually put a good story together to make Otis and Mr. Goha the same person. It doesn't make any sense. There's just no way you can do that. So I don't know why that is a big belief, that is a possibility. I'm going to still stick to that. If it happens, I want to know why. How? How can Otis be Mr. Goha when... And another fair point that people make is that these two characters have not met face to face since this series has started, and that raises some eyebrows. But maybe Mr. Goha doesn't know that Otis exists right now. That is a very high possibility. I mean, I feel like the only ones that really know him is Neil and the main four in Roa. I feel like those are the only people that know who Otis is. Maybe the top of Hexagon. Maybe he now knows that Otis is here now thinking about it, because also top of Hexagon, I forgot they knew it because they tried to capture him. But, you know, I think it's just weird that he would be trying to go after Otis. So basically he's going after himself. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I think some shows have done that before, but... I don't know. It just doesn't really make a lot of sense. I'm trying to give a best way to even put it together. I'm really trying, guys, but either all the ways I did it just sounds stupid. Or at least to me it is. It sounds really stupid to try to put something together. Everything that I can think of is just stupid. It doesn't make any sense. That is basically the point I'm trying to make with doing this. It was so hard because I was trying to like think of ideas of what you can possibly do to make this route work, but there was just nothing. There was nothing I can think of that can make these two characters the same. There's just no way. So I'm gonna say this, and can I be wrong? Absolutely. I still think do I think there is a possibility? Yes. I just don't think it's going to make sense in the long run. Or at least to me it isn't, because we have not gotten enough information. Maybe if there is enough information and maybe some hints that might lead to that a little bit more, then maybe I'll come back to this topic and be like, okay, maybe now I can start to get it. And maybe some pieces would be put together to kind of make a little bit more sense. Because right now, there's just no way you can put it together that Otis and Mr. Goha is the same person. It's what's called as a crack theory. Basically a theory that's just out there, basically. And that's what I believe this is. Those last three theories, I mean, well, the last one, I think you can maybe argue about that, but it kind of is a crack theory. Those were crack theories, basically. And I feel like this is just another one of those. However, though, I am going to go into the next one, which is them being related, but not as the same person. But as the same person, though? Well, I will say this, though. There really won't be much to talk about for this version of it. Honestly, there really wasn't much to talk about the other one because we just don't know enough information about these characters to even pull out a theory like this. So, yeah, what this one is going to be for this part where I talk about them be related, I'm just gonna say what I think the case is gonna be and what I want to be the case. Do I want them to be related? So let's get into it. Let's start off with, do I think that they are related in some way, shape, or form? For the information that we have right now, I don't believe so. Until you can give me concrete evidence that maybe there is a possibility that these two characters are related, I cannot say to you guys and give you my belief that these two characters are related. However, though, even though I don't think for right now they can, do I think that I would want to see them? Do I want these two characters to be related? Related, excuse me. And I will say this. I almost 98% want to see these two related. I think having these two characters have a personal background with each other in terms of a family relationship would impact their stories a lot more, honestly, than them being the same character. Because even though I was saying that it wouldn't make any sense, there can be a way you can do it. Having these two as related, there honestly it doesn't take that much to put these two characters together and say that they're related. I feel like you can do that with the other one. It just would be a lot harder, and you have the worries of it not making any sense. With this, any way you do this, I think you can make them related, however which way you decide to take the route of this show. I really do believe that. But even though I do believe that, again, I don't think that is the case right now. I don't think there is any relation with the characters until you can give me concrete evidence. Obviously, my opinion will change, and I'll probably mention that in a review or a summary or something like that. If that ends up being the case, maybe after this arc, we kind of dive more into these two characters, because these two characters, besides Neil, have been the most interesting characters, I feel like. So we'll just have to see what happens. Even though I don't think they're related right now, I do not throw any possibility out in the series because we're only 24 episodes into the series. Anything can really happen. So that is my thoughts on this theory. I don't think they are related, but I will say though that if anything, I think these two characters could have the possibility of being related in terms of a in brother kind of conflict or father and son. I mean, we've seen that before. You had the conflict with the Marifugis or the Truesdales, Zane and Cyrus, or Rio and Sho. We've had conflict with Kaido and his father, Dr. Faker. There was even some conflict with the Arclight brothers and their father, Tron or Vector. Or not Vector, Vetrix, excuse me. So, who knows? Maybe we'll see it. But guys, that is going to be it for this little bit of this interesting theory video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's been a minute since I've actually done one of these, and I was very happy to kind of do one of these again. I mean, with it being so long since I've done one, to kind of do one of these more on topic videos where you talk about characters and give your own mindset to these, I really like doing them, and I cannot wait to see what you guys think of this theory down below. Do you guys think these characters are the same? Do you actually think they are in fact the same person? Do you think that you agree with me in them being that they are related, however, maybe being in a family or friend aspect? I guess you can still have them as a friend, like a best friend for like childhood or something like that, and it could still be impactful. Or are you at the firm belief that these two are not at all? Even with the information you got, you'd still think, even going further down the line, that there is going to be no relation. Love to know what you guys' thoughts on this. And yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, guys, take care and have yourselves a great rest of your day. Also, actually, before I end off, I'm going to do this for the next two videos, just to kind of get it out there, and then I'll stop doing this, because even though, I don't know, I don't know why. But I actually do have a Twitter now. If you guys want to go check me out on Twitter, it will be linked down in the description below, or you can just go to @universe/Yugioh and you can go and follow me there. I'm gonna post updates about my Yu-Gi-Oh life and kind of have that as a platform of telling you guys when I upload stuff, because I don't have a community thing or anything like that, so I can't actually do that on YouTube system. But if you have Twitter and you want to know when I upload a video, it will always be on there. I will always upload actually the day before I actually upload the video. Well, probably not do that, but maybe probably do it on the day that I'm uploading it, to be on the lookout for that video, and then maybe I'll post another comment saying the video is done. go check out the video. And yeah, so make sure to go follow me on Twitter for more information wise and more just learning about the Yukio life. And I'll post some also news on what's going on as well. So yay. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, take care.